What if the small things you do every day are quietly shaping your future, either building your success or destroying it without you even noticing? In a busy city lived a young man named Arjun, full of dreams, but trapped by his own habits. Every new year, he promised himself change. He would wake up early, exercise, study, work hard. But each promise died within a few days. He would sleep late, scroll endlessly on his phone and tell himself, "I'll start tomorrow." Weeks became months, and his dreams of success felt farther away than ever. One day, after missing another job interview because he overslept, Arjun sat on a park bench, frustrated and lost. He whispered to himself, "Why can't I change? Why do I keep falling into the same cycle?" As he sat there drowning in self-pity, an elderly man feeding birds nearby noticed him and said, "You look like someone who's tired of running in circles." Arjun looked up, surprised. "How do you know?" The old man smiled. "Because I was once just like you, full of dreams but trapped by bad habits. Would you like to know how I changed my life?" Arjun nodded eagerly. The old man introduced himself as Mr. Raman, a retired teacher who now spent his mornings in the park. "I'll tell you something simple," he said. "Habits are like seeds. You can plant good ones or bad ones, but whatever you water daily will grow." Arjun frowned. "That sounds nice, but how do I control my habits? I always fail after a few days." Mr. Raman laughed gently. "Because you're trying to change your life overnight. Discipline doesn't grow in a day. It grows through small, consistent acts." Then he gave Arjun a small notebook and said, "Here's your task. For the next 30 days, pick one simple thing, just one, and do it every day without fail. It could be waking up at the same time, reading a few pages, or walking for 10 minutes. Every time you complete it, mark a tick in this notebook. Your goal is not perfection, it's consistency. Come back to me after 30 days and tell me what happened." Arjun left the park with mixed feelings. The task sounded too simple to change anything. But something about the old man's confidence stayed with him. That night before sleeping, he wrote on the first page of the notebook, "Wake up at 6 a.m. every day." The next morning he did it, barely. His eyes were heavy, his body sluggish, but he got up and marked the first tick. The following days were difficult. His mind begged for just 5 more minutes, but he remembered the old man's words, "Whatever you water daily will grow." Slowly, waking up early became less painful. He began using the quiet morning time to read and plan his day. Each tick in his notebook felt like a small victory. Days turned into weeks, and he realized something incredible. He was no longer forcing himself to wake up. It was happening naturally. On the 30th day, Arjun returned to the park with a smile and a notebook full of ticks. Mr. Raman looked at it and said, "Good. Now tell me what changed." Arjun thought for a moment. "I feel more in control. My mornings are peaceful, my energy is better, and I've stopped wasting time." The old man nodded. "That's the power of habit. You see, change doesn't begin with doing great things, it begins with doing small things daily. Once you master one habit, it creates a ripple effect in every area of your life." Arjun felt something shift inside him. He realized he had spent years chasing motivation when what he truly needed was discipline, the ability to act whether he felt like it or not. That was his aha moment. From that day forward, Arjun didn't stop. After mastering his morning routine, he built new habits, reading for an hour, exercising daily, writing his goals, and tracking them all in his notebook. Months passed, and his life transformed in ways he never imagined. He became more focused, confident, and productive. The lazy, unmotivated version of himself faded away, replaced by someone driven by purpose. Eventually, he landed a good job, not because luck favored him, but because discipline had prepared him. One evening, he saw Mr. Raman again in the park and thanked him deeply. "You changed my life," Arjun said. The old man smiled. "No, Arjun, you changed it yourself. I only showed you the door. You chose to walk through it every single day." Years later, Arjun became a successful entrepreneur. On the wall of his office hung the same old notebook filled with ticks, a reminder of where it all began. When people asked him the secret to his success, he would say, Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation wakes you up once. Discipline keeps you going every day. Small habits build big lives. He often shared his story with young dreamers, telling them, if you can control your habits, you can control your destiny. Don't underestimate the power of doing one thing consistently. It can rewrite your entire story. The moral of this story is clear. Success is not built in a day, but daily. Your life is the sum of your habits. What you repeatedly do becomes who you are. Good habits create progress. Bad habits create pain. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start with one small habit and protect it fiercely. The compound effect of small actions over time can create extraordinary results. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So choose them wisely, nurture them daily, and watch your life transform one tick at a time. If Arjun's story inspired you, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a push to start their own journey of discipline. Don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories every week. Until next time, build good habits, stay consistent, and become the master of your own life.